Welcome back to my channel. Today is the Sephora Sale Recommendations video. This is one of my favorite videos to film. It's definitely my favorite video to watch from other creators. The Sephora Sale is happening. It is here. And in today's video, I am going to share some of my favorite products that I buy from Sephora. If you watch me on a regular basis, you know my favorite products. You pretty much already know what I'm going to recommend before I recommend it, right? So I wanted to do this a little bit different. I wanted to share more like hair care products, skincare products that are my absolute fave, and also products that I use to clean my brushes. And of course, I will get into some of my favorite makeup products that I would recommend for the summer. Because of that, there are a list of products that I use on a regular daily basis that I would 100% always recommend in every video. I will leave a list of those products in the description box down below so that you can see them and know that they're there, know that I love them, and they're very dependable. They are like my ride or die. So I will probably list them as my ride or die products in the description box down below. Before we jump into the products that I'm going to recommend in today's video, I am very happy, honored, and just so excited to announce that this video is in collaboration with Sephora. I know, it's crazy to me, you guys. Magic Links hooked me up with a sponsorship with Sephora, and I am so grateful to you guys, because if it wasn't for you clicking on the links that I have, I would never have this opportunity. You guys have no idea the support that that gives me and my channel, and the simple fact that I even have people reaching out to me saying, hey, I'm gonna buy this, do you have a link for it? Like, it blows my mind. Just the amount of support that you guys give me, and the fact that I could, little old me, could collaborate with a brand like Sephora, it's huge. And I owe it all to you guys, because that opportunity would not be here if it wasn't for you. I did do a sponsorship with them back in the winter sale, and I was just so excited. I could not even I was so excited. And when they asked me again, it's incredible. So thank you guys so much for supporting my channel and letting me use the money and the revenue that I make from doing the channel, doing the links, and doing all that to buy makeup and give you the real deets on them, right? So that you guys don't have to waste your money. So you always know that I like to be real, upfront, honest, and very detailed, so that you are a very educated buyer when you're buying makeup. There's so much makeup out on the market that we got to kind of weed through some of the good and the bad, right? Now, in today's video, these are all products that I recommend. However, on Sunday, I will be uploading a video of high-end luxury makeup that I don't recommend. I'm doing that video in collaboration with a friend of mine, and I am so excited to share her with you guys. We've never collaborated. She's a smaller content creator, and you will love her. So that video will be up on Sunday. She loves luxury makeup, and she has tons of products that she doesn't recommend. So we thought it would be good to kind of share that during the Sephora sale time. So be on the look for that video on Sunday. But today it's going to be all about the products that I absolutely love. And again, thank you guys for clicking on my links, supporting my channel, and allowing me to have a collaboration with a brand like Sephora. And thank you to Magic Links for making that happen. Let's go ahead and jump straight into these products, you guys, because I got a lot here and I'm already 5 minutes in. Okay. We're going to start with hair products. So I have so many hair care products that I love, but I wanted to kind of dial it down to like my top favorites, right? So we're going to start with the Olaplex. Olaplex is like my ride or die. I've probably recommended it several times before, but my hair has completely changed since I started using this 2 years ago. It's probably been 2.5 years ago now. I use the shampoo and conditioner. I use several products from their line, and my hair it's a game changer. It is legit. The research behind these products, game changer. My entire family uses Olaplex. It's fantastic. Now, the nice thing about Olaplex is it's very concentrated, so you don't need to use a lot. In fact, right now with my hair this length, I use about this much of the shampoo and the same amount for the conditioner because it's so concentrated. A little bit goes a really long way. Now, they just launched a new product to their line, which is called the No. 8 Bond Intense Moisture Mask. I've already bought it. I couldn't wait for the sale. I've already bought it. It's on its way to me now. I can only imagine how amazing it is. So anything that you see from the Olaplex line that you're interested in, I don't think you'll be disappointed because they have amazing products, you guys. I am so excited about this product being sold at Sephora. This is the Color Wow. I'm almost out of it, so I need to buy me more. This lasts forever. I've had this bottle for like a year. This is called the Dream Coat. Now, I use this about every 3 washes. So you don't use it every time you wash your hair. When you get out of the shower or the bath and your hair is damp, you spray a pretty good amount of this all over your hair. Like I take it like this and I pull my hair and just spray, spray, spray. Spray, spray, spray. Okay? And then you dry it and the shine is amazing and it lasts for 3 washes. Cannot recommend the Color Wow enough. I have a lot of people tell me, how do you get your hair to be so shiny? There's a few things that I do to keep my hair shiny. Number 1, the Olaplex system, fantastic. Number 2, every time I get my hair colored, I always have her put like a clear color. It's like a clear coat on my hair. So she just puts it while I'm in the bowl and we kind of let it sit for like 5 or 10 minutes while my hair is wet. You do go to the salon and you get that clear coat and you get it on your hair. You will know that it doesn't last very long. It's shiny for about 3 weeks and then you're like, crap, I want it to be shiny again. This will maintain the shine. The Color Wow is fantastic. We gotta talk about Oribe. So most of the time, I will be honest, I buy most of my Oribe products from my salon that I go to. I like to support my local salons if I can. So I just picked these up a couple of months ago, but these 2 are my top favorite from Oribe. There's a lot of great products in the Oribe line, like so many great products. But I would say out of all of the great products, these 2 are probably my top favorite. This is the Dry Texture Spray. This stuff holds my hair and holds a curl and kind of just gives me such volume down here at the bottom. It allows your hair to get a little bit grip. It has a grip to it. And what I like about it is that there's a lot of dry texturizing sprays that kind of make your hair look dirty or they feel kind of dirty. And because I only wash my hair every 3 or 4 days, I don't like dry texture sprays that are too dirty. This one is fantastic. I think they have a pretty decent dry shampoo. But I do think that there are cheaper alternatives for their dry shampoo, in my opinion. But the texturizing spray, I haven't found one that works as good as this. This is what they're well known for, and there's a reason for it. Their dry texturizing spray is really good. This is one that I recently just started using. This is their Gold Lust Nourishing Hair Oil. It is fantastic. It doesn't make your hair feel oily. It doesn't make it look greasy, but it works like a traditional hair oil. And I think it's now my favorite hair oil. It's pricey, but it's my favorite. So I wanted to mention it. This is the final product that I wanted to talk about for the hair. This is actually something that I'm going to buy the full bottle of. So I got this in a sample, like a deluxe size sample from Sephora. So this is from Amika, and this is the Instant Shine Mask. You guys, this works so good. They have one for like before you shampoo. I can't remember what it's called. I'm gonna get that one too. It's like a pre-wash shine. So you put it on your hair before you wash it. So you put it on dry hair and then you let it kind of set in the hair and then you wash it. But this is after you've conditioned. This shine mask is fantastic. These 2 shine products, the one before and after, amazing. I will link them both in the description box down below. I'm out of the one for the pre, so I'm going to buy it during the sale, but I've used it. I can tell you, if you want your hair really shiny, all of the products that I've just talked about, between the Olaplex Shampoo and Conditioner, this product from Color Wow, and then these shine products like in between, fantastic. Your hair will be shining like a dream. Now, of course, you guys know that I love my Dyson. During the last Sephora sale, I talked about my Dyson Hair Wrap. You guys, I love that. I love that damn thing. I can't go back. I am so crazy about that Dyson Hair Wrap that when I go to the salon and I get my hair done, I have to, it sucks because I have to come home and rewash and re-wet my hair just to be able to use the Dyson Hair Wrap. There's something about that Airwrap, the way that it gives my hair such volume. I am obsessed with it. And this like swoopy swoop stuff that I have right here, I don't get that from anything. That Dyson Airwrap is the best hair tool I have ever bought in my entire life. Best money I've ever spent on myself in my entire life. it is a game changer for my hair. Yes, there's a lot of learning curves. I have created a video about that Dyson Air Wrap, so I will link that video up in the iCards and also in the description box down below. There are some learning curves with it. I am obsessed with that Air Wrap. I cannot tell you how it has changed my hair. I actually told my brother and sister-in-law about it. My brother bought one for my sister-in-law. She's obsessed with it. She's like, I cannot believe I went that long without using that. I'm like, I know, it's crazy. That Dyson Air Wrap, you guys, is legit the best hair tool I've ever used. So, of course, any type of Sephora sale, that's a perfect time to pick it up because you do get, you know, 10 or 20, 15, 10% off. I still recommend it. It's still my favorite. I didn't bring it down with me. It's my favorite. I cannot do my hair without it. I tell you, when I go to the salon, I legit come home, rinse my hair, like wash. Sometimes I wash it or I just wet it down. Completely stick my hand under the sink, get it all wet, and dry it with that Air Wrap because I love it that much. No round brush. I've used so many round brushes. Even the girl at the salon, she round brushes my hair when she's drying it. It doesn't hold a candlestick to the Air Wrap. So I wanted to mention it's still my favorite hair tool. Okay, let's move on to a few products for the skin. Okay, so the little sticker that goes over this can is gone. So mine's almost empty. I'm waiting for the Sephora sale. So this is the one size. It's by Patrick Starr. It's the Go Off Makeup Dissolving Mist. So I used to use the Take the Day Off Balm from Clinique. Like I always used like a cleansing balm. Now that I've used this, I don't know that I could ever go back to a cleansing balm. There's something about being able to spray my, like just spray my face and instead of like sticking my hand down into that greasy cleansing balm. This just removes my makeup. I don't have to stick my fingers down in there and this lasts for so long. Like, I don't even know when the last time I bought this. I will look it up while I'm editing and I will put it down here at the bottom of the screen. I'm almost out of this. So at the bottom of the screen, you guys are seeing the date that I bought this. This lasts a really long time. If you get it on sale, that's a fantastic price for how long this lasts. And I love it. I highly recommend it. I just spray it like this. That's it. Like I don't do the whole, I think he does like the 0 and then the X. I don't do all that. I just kind of go like this. Done. I let it set for a second and then I take either my makeup eraser rag or I'll take a makeup wipe and I will just go to town and it dissolves all my makeup and I don't have to stick my hands down into a cleansing balm and get it all greasy and get it underneath my nails. I don't got to do any of that and I live for that. I love it so much. This is the other product that I cannot recommend enough. If you are somebody that wears a lot of mascara or you are somebody that wears false lashes, this will save your lashes. This is the Sephora Waterproof Eye Makeup Remover. What I like to do is I shake it and then I pour a little bit down into the cap and then I take a Q-tip and I run the Q-tip along the lash band just to break up the lash band. And then I kind of, you know, then I can pull it. Sometimes it just comes off. That way I'm not tearing up my lashes. I will never do this. Like I don't just grab the lash and pull. I've worked too hard to grow up my real lashes. I'm not doing that junk. So using this works like a charm. I buy the largest bottle and it lasts for a very, very long time. Whatever's left in the cap, once I spray my face with this, right? So I remove my lashes first, then I spray my face with this, and then I will, once I've kind of rubbed, I will take whatever's left in the cap, put it on my makeup wipe or the rag that I'm using, and kind of just go over the eye gently so that I'm not tearing up my lashes or my under eye. Like, you guys know that when you get older, that skin is thin, right? Like, we know that. And I want to make sure that I'm not tearing up that skin. So using this in conjunction with this makeup remover, it kind of like, it just gently does it in a way where I don't have to fight with it. It just comes right off. So these I highly recommend. And then of course you guys know that I'm obsessed with the rice wash. Now I used to use the Deep Cleanse from Tatcha, but this is cheaper and I actually like this more. I prefer this more. It lasts a really long time. It's very gentle on my skin. And I love it. It's one of my favorite cleansers. Now I use this one at night just because it does kind of have a tiny bit of an exfoliant, but it's such a soft exfoliant. and I don't feel like it's harmful at all to use on a daily basis. Then you guys know that I'm obsessed with the Sulwhassoo First Care Activating Serum. I discussed this in February, and I discussed this in my February favorites. So many of you guys reached out to me after that video, and you guys bought this, and you are obsessed with it. There is something about it. Now, I do want to mention this does have a alcohol content. So if you are sensitive to alcohol or you don't like alcohol in your skincare, this won't be for you. On the flip side of this, this is what I use right after I am freshly washed. I go in and then I kind of fan it, right? So I put a little drop in and I kind of just like do this with it, right? Put it all over the face. And then I kind of fan it to let it dry. And when the next product that I go into, I feel like my skin absorbs that product. So whatever you put over top of this, it's a game changer. I used it and woke up the next day and I was like, my skin looks so much more smooth. Like, what's the deal? And then the next day, I kept having that experience. And I've had so many of you guys tell me that you've had the same experience, that this is a serum that you've actually seen results right away. It's one of those right away results. Now, some people say that alcohol is terrible for, skincare, and some people say that it's not bad. It just depends on if you have sensitive skin. If you do have sensitive skin, I would not use this because it does have a higher alcohol content. I did watch a video from a dermatologist that was talking about this product, and she said that this kind of opens the skin up. It kind of dries the skin out a little bit, and then whatever you put on top of it, it will actually absorb it more than it would if you didn't use it, because the alcohol kind of opens everything up, and then whatever you put on top really sinks down inside. So it makes sense why it works. But if you are sensitive to alcohol or you don't like alcohol, I get it. But this has been a full-blown game changer. Now, recently I started using the Tatcha essence over top of it. So I will kind of update you guys on that. I've only been using it for about 2 or 3 weeks, so I can't really tell you whether I recommend it or not. That essence is very expensive from Tatcha, so I really want to give it a good test, right? So I've been putting that on and then going directly over top of it with the essence. So far, I've noticed really good results, but I don't want to go as far as to say that it's fully worth it. So I will keep you guys updated on that. The next product is one of my recent finds that I can't believe it took me so long to find. I wanted to talk about this in my March favorites, but I saved it for this video. This is from Junk Elephant. This is the TLC Baby Facial, and this has 25% AHA and 2% BHA. They say it's a baby facial. Okay, do we all know that brands will put out these like, oh, this will make your skin feel like a baby's bum? Or, Charlotte Tilbury, by the way, their website, whoever writes their stuff, they make it sound like you are just gonna be farting rainbows for the rest of your life, right? Like, anytime they write anything, any description about a product, it's like the greatest thing. So when they call it baby facial, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. But I've heard a lot of great things about this. You only use it once a week. You guys, I am here to tell you, your face will feel like a baby's butt. My skin was so soft when I took it off. Now, don't get me wrong. The first time I used it, because it does have such a high AHA content, I mean, it's 25%. I only put it on for 10 minutes, right? Then the next week I did it for 15, and now I'm at the full 20. So I kind of wanted to get my skin kind of used to it before I went directly in for the 20 minutes, because I do believe it recommends to leave it on for 20 minutes from the gate. But because it was such a high content, I didn't want to like push it and piss my skin off, right? The last thing I want to do is make my skin mad. You guys, this makes your skin feel like a total baby's butt. Like, my skin was so soft. Every Sunday for 20 minutes in the morning, I put this on. This is amazing. This is amazing. I cannot believe it took me this long to try this from Junk Elephant. It's so good. It is so good. Now, I also wanted to talk about my morning cleanser. This is from Tatcha. This is the Pure One-Step Cleansing Oil. This is my favorite. Now, some people use this to take their makeup off, but I kind of feel like that's a little bit of a waste because it's so expensive. I don't like using it to take my makeup off because I feel like I would have to use too much. I don't know. It is a great cleansing oil, so you can use this to take your makeup off. For me, I use this in the morning to refresh my skin, because the one thing that you don't want to do is over cleanse, right? You don't want to use too much of a strong cleanse morning and night. It's too much for the skin. So my perfect balance, so you guys have always heard me say that I'm more dry in the winter and less dry and then I'm more normal in the summer. Well, this winter, I haven't had as much dryness. In fact, I don't know that I even, now my body on the other hand, yes. My body was the Sahara Desert up in this shit. But like my face wasn't dry. And I feel like it's because I'm using a more calming, like cleansing oil in the morning and using the rice wash at night. So in the morning, I just want to refresh my skin. I want to get all of the oils off from overnight. I want to get all the dead skin cells. I want to get my skincare from the night before, but I don't want to have something that's too strong. So this cleansing oil is my absolute favorite, and it lasts me for months because I only use one pump. I don't need to use 2 or 3 pumps of this in order to cleanse my face. Now, if I was using it to remove makeup, it probably wouldn't last as long, right? Because you're going to have to use a little bit more than 1 pump. But this is my favorite cleansing oil. Oh my gosh. Let's move on to my eyelash serum. You guys have heard me talk about this, and this is from Dr. DEVGAN, and it's the Premium Long Lash, Longer, Denser, Stronger Eyelash and Eyebrows. Now, this one is $150, but you get 5 milliliters. Many of the eyelash growth serums, you get like 2 to 3 milliliters. This one you get 5. So when you kind of do the math, this one's actually cheaper than some of the ones that are out on the market. It just lasts you a lot longer, so you're not having to repurchase it as much. But I've never had anything grow my lashes as quick as this. And you guys know that I used an eyelash curler and ripped out a big chunk of my lashes. Within like 6 weeks, this stuff had grew them right back out. They were right back out again, and they were full and thick, and it's amazing. I have tried so many eyelash growth serums. None of them has worked like this one from Dr. DEVGAN. This lasts me about 4 months. I put it on twice a day. I put it on twice a day. I put it on the top and the bottom, and it lasts me a really, really, really long time because it's such a big tube of it. So I don't feel like I'm having to constantly replace it all the time. So this is my #1 top favorite. And I've used all the new lashes. I've used the Grande Lash, which don't get me wrong, I think those are great brands, but none of them have grown my eyelashes out like the Dr. DEVGAN. So I wanted to mention it. And then finally, this is the last product of this before we get into the makeup. This is my favorite deodorant on the planet. I love this deodorant. You guys, it is amazing. I can't recommend it enough. It's fantastic. It's kind of expensive. That's why I always recommend it, getting it on sale. But once you use it, you can never go back to like Secret or Dove or any of them. You just can't. You just can't. It's the best deodorant ever. Okay, so let's move on to makeup. First thing I wanted to talk about in like the makeup category is this. This is what I pick up during every sale. This will last me a very, very long time, and I grab it every time there's a sale. So this is from Beauty Blender, and this is their blender cleanser. I use this to clean my sponges and my brushes. This is recommended by Sonia G herself. I've asked her about this, and she has confirmed that it's a great, gentle cleanser to clean your brushes. Lasts for so long. I'm almost out of it, so I will leave down here at the bottom of the screen when I bought it. And I don't clean my brushes. I probably clean my brushes about every 2 to 3 weeks, but I use it every day to clean my sponges. The first person I heard talk about this was Mel. She created a video kind of going through the products that she loves to clean her brushes, and she was talking about this product, and I was like, oh, I thought that was just for like sponges. I didn't know you could use it for brushes. It's fantastic. And it doesn't tear up your expensive brushes. So if you're somebody that has a lot of expensive like natural haired brushes, this is an amazing solid, and it's a perfect time to pick it up during the sale, so I wanted to mention it. Let's move on to some foundations. So my #1 favorite summer foundation is the AIRFLASH. This is one of those that is so dependable on those hot summer days. This is like humidity proof, sweat proof, the whole proof, right? This is one of those that is so dependable during the summer, especially if you live in a humid climate. This will be a life changer for you in those dead heat summers. It's expensive, but it's worth it. It's worth it to at least have it on hand, whether you're going to go to a wedding or a barbecue or a baby shower or something, and you're going to be outside and you know you're going to be sweating like crazy. This will keep your makeup intact. So perfect time to pick it up. Now, I couldn't do this video without mentioning my Tom Ford Stick Foundation. I mean, like, this is my favorite foundation. This is like my favorite, especially my summer foundation. Oh, I live for it. I wanted to briefly mention it. The other product, I thought I brought it out, but I don't know where it's at. If you guys have been with me for a while, you've heard me talk about it. It's the Lancome Skin Feels Good. I would say my top favorite, like, lightweight tinted moisturizer products are the Lancome Skin Feels Good, the YSL Touche Éclat All-in-One Glow. Oh, both of those are absolutely beautiful. And they're perfect for those like summer days where you want your skin to just be so radiant and beautiful, especially if you have like dry normal skin. Now, I don't know that I would recommend those for like combo or oily, but if you have dry normal, they are absolutely beautiful foundations. And then I also wanted to mention this new one from Givenchy. I am obsessed with this. I'm currently wearing the KVD because I'm kind of obsessed with it, but I don't know how the KVD is going to work during the summer. I'm a little bit curious about this. I'm very curious how this bugger's going to hold up in the summer. This might be more of a fall winter foundation, but this one I can tell that it's just one of those liquidy, radiant, beautiful, beautiful foundations. So I had to mention it. I really love this from Givenchy. Now, my other all-time favorite foundation that is amazing to pick up on sale is the La Mer Soft Fluid. This one is so beautiful and it is so natural. And it's more of a soft satin finish. It's not dewy, it's not radiant, it's not matte. It's satin and it's so gorgeous. Took me a minute to enjoy it because I had to get the right shade in it in order to fall in love with it. Once I got the right shade, I'm absolutely obsessed. It's one of my all-time favorite foundations and it's $120 dang gum dollars. Like, oh, it's so crazy expensive, right? So the sale is a really good time to pick it up if you like it. Let's move on. So we're going to talk about 3 concealers that I would recommend during the summer. Now, you guys know I'm kind of obsessed with my Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape, but they don't sell that at Sephora, so I have some here that I wanted to recommend to you that are lightweight and will be so beautiful for the summer. Number 1, if you're going to be using like a tinted moisturizer and you want to use a concealer on your skin, this from Dior is the best spot corrector I've ever seen. This is the Forever Skin Correct. A little goes a long way. If you're going to be wearing like a lightweight tinted moisturizer, but you still want to use something for like a cover up, this Skin Correct is fantastic. It's beautiful as a concealer. I personally enjoy this more as a cover up on a light foundation day than a concealer, but it's beautiful either way. The other one I wanted to talk about is the Josie Maran, the Vibrancy Argan Oil Full Coverage Concealer. I wear this on the light makeup days. So when I'm wearing more of a tinted moisturizer, I pick up this concealer. I think it's such a beautiful texture and it is radiant, but it gives you coverage. It does. I wouldn't recommend using a lot because you don't need a lot. It's a beautiful concealer that kind of vanishes into the skin. And I recently repurchased it because I hadn't purchased it in a while. And I was like, why did I stop using you? You are beautiful. It's a little bit thicker, so be careful, especially if you're wanting to be a little bit lightweight. Use a little bit of it and then kind of spread it out. I think you'll be fine with it. The other one that I love for the summer is this one from Ilia. This, I don't know if it's Ilia or Ila, I don't know, but anyway, this is the True Skin Serum Concealer. You want to talk about like invisible? This like blends into the skin to the point where you can't see it. So natural. One of the most natural skin concealers. So again, if you're wearing one of those lightweight like tinted moisturizers and you're looking for a lightweight concealer to give you a little bit of coverage, but not, because here's the thing, I don't like wearing a tinted moisturizer and then a full coverage concealer. It looks a little ridiculous, am I right? Now, of course, you can take a full coverage concealer and kind of, you know, put it on with some eye cream. You can kind of dilute it down so it's not full coverage. But I always like to use a more serum type concealer if I'm using a more serum type foundation. And these are perfect for those lightweight skin days. Now, the other one that I just recently discovered, so recently I did a full face of Surratt Beauty. Many products in there I do not recommend, by the way. This one is not one of them. This is their, I can't even read this. This is their Surreal Skin Concealer. This is actually on sale right now. This is the shade 6. This is dewy and beautiful. This is such a natural concealer. Now, the problem is you don't get a lot. I mean, it is Surratt, right? Like, we know we don't get a lot. You don't get very much. This is a small little tube. But let me tell you, this is one of those that is beautiful on wrinkles. It just melts right into the under eye, and I kind of just tapped it out. So pretty. And it kind of has a little bit of a dew, a little bit of a radiance. So it lays very beautifully in the wrinkles. So if you have a drier under eye and some of these concealers just do not work for you, like the ones in the wand, this is absolutely beautiful for those dry under eyes and you're wanting just a lightweight, very radiant, but very beautiful concealer that looks very natural and healthy. So I don't know how many shades are left by the time this video goes up, but it's already on sale, plus you're going to get some extra money off. Kind of reminds me of the Accomplice concealer from Marc Jacobs. This is also one of my favorites. This one is also on sale. But a little, you can't use very much of this. This one has way more coverage than the one from Surratt, but a little teeny bit of this goes so long. I think I've seen some good and bad reviews about this, but this one is a lot like this KVD foundation. You cannot use very much of this. If you use too much, it will look gross. This is not meant to be used a lot, but what I like to do is I like to take my ring finger, pop it in there, and then just press it, and then just spread it out. It's so natural, but you do get really good coverage from it. So it depends on how you wear it. You can also put down like an eye cream first if you do have, you know, some more wrinkled areas that you don't want emphasized. You could put down a really good eye cream and then maybe go over, like pick up some extra eye cream with a sponge just so that it's not sitting too heavy on the skin, and then go in with this and kind of tap it in very naturally. This one is really beautiful too. So this one's on sale. So if you really can't find your shade and the Surratt, just know that you can use this one from Marc Jacobs in the same way, and it will be very lightweight and very beautiful. So these two I also recommend. If you guys have been wanting to pick up the stick blushes from Westman Atelier, I would definitely pick them up during the sale. These are really beautiful and very easy to use. And I think these are going to be such a beautiful product to use during the summer. This one is Petal and this one is Minette. But Minette has just a little bit of that like brilliance to it. It's like a really beautiful kind of coral peach, but it also has a radiance to it, but not too much radiance, where it doesn't emphasize texture. In my opinion, that's what makes it kind of unique. But it is beautiful. It is such a beautiful blush, and I'm actually going to apply it. I mean, why not? I'm halfway through the video, so who cares at this point, right? It's so pretty though. It's got like a very, very soft kind of texture, and it's so natural. Oh, I love it. Don't get me wrong, the shade Petal is really beautiful, but for me personally, this shade is more unique, which kind of justifies the extra splurge, the extra price, because I do really love the Tower 28 blushes. These are really beautiful. If there's a shade in there that you're wanting to get, these are beautiful. The LYS Beauty, if you guys want more of like the satin matte blushes, the LYS cream blushes, oh, they are so damn beautiful. You guys know I had to talk about these, right? Like, it's kind of like a no-brainer. These are from Patrick Ta. I've ordered the bronzer ones, but they haven't come yet. They were supposed to be here today, but they're not here. Okay, moving on. So, these I am obsessed with. And you guys have heard me rave about them a million times. These are my favorite. I absolutely love them. This one is my favorite, and it's because it's the most unique. I don't have a blush like this in my collection in this color. This I have a lot of, right? Like any of the pinks and the peaches and but this was very interesting. And I almost was expecting it to be a little warm, but it's kind of neutral on the skin, and it's beautiful. It's such a unique color story. This one is called She's So LA. I'm obsessed with it. Let's talk about some eyeshadow palettes. I only have 2 palettes, and there's a reason for that. I didn't want to just throw a bunch of makeup at you guys, right? Because first of all, I feel like Sephora recommendations, you guys already know the makeup that I love. You guys watch my reviews. I don't need to be super repetitive. I don't need to come on here and tell you all of the products that I've recently reviewed and what I like, because you guys have probably watched my reviews. And if not, if you guys are looking on the Sephora website and there's a certain palette that you're thinking about getting, all you have to do is just search Terraland and the palette name and see if I've reviewed it, right? So I wanted to just dial it down to 2 palettes. I didn't want to overwhelm you guys with throw you guys a bunch of palettes. I could sit here for 2 hours and tell you my favorite palettes that you guys can buy it from Sephora. But for me, I wanted to kind of focus more on skin and products that I don't talk about a lot. And of course, I will include a few palettes in my recommendations, like my Ride or Dies down in the description. But I wanted to keep it just simple. These are the 2 that came to my mind, and we're going to talk about them. So if you guys have been wanting to pick up a Charlotte Tilbury quad, of course you guys know I love the Fire Rose palette. It's my favorite palette. Dadgummit, she needs to bring that crazy palette back. This is the Exaggerize. I'm actually wearing this palette today, and I wore it today to show you how beautiful this palette is. This is one of my all-time favorite quads from Charlotte Tilbury. So I wanted to kind of say, you know what, if you wanted to splurge and you wanted to buy a Charlotte Tilbury quad, this is the one that I would recommend. This one is one of my favorites that every single solitary time I use it, I absolutely love every look I create. It's very simple to use. It's very easy to use. You have a matte shade here. You have a shimmer shade here. You have this gorgeous icing white. Like, this is one of my favorite shades to kind of bring up into the crease and kind of create that definition. It's like icing white. Like, it is so beautiful. And then you have this shade. Now, yes, this is a topper shade, and yes, it can get a little bit hard panned, but I just take a little sticky tape and go over top and kind of pick it up, and then I'm good. I wanted to show you guys, I mean, look how beautiful and kind of easy this makeup look is. Didn't take me long at all. Like, legit took me probably 5 minutes to create. I just took this shade here on the outer corner, kind of build it up, and then I kind of carved it out into the crease. And then I went on the lid with this shimmer shade right here. And then I went over top of it with this, and then I put this on the inner corner. And then, of course, I brought the matte underneath the lower lash line, but it was like easy peasy done. So easy to use, always beautiful, always blends pretty. I never have to worry about a crap ton of fallout. So there. And of course, the Tartelette Juicy palette. Like, I could not do this video without talking to you guys about this palette. Yes, I'm still obsessed with this palette. Now, are there similar shades in this palette and the Exaggerize? Absolutely. If you guys don't really want to buy the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize, you could totally create a similar look that I'm wearing right now with this Juicy palette. That was the reason why I figured, you know what, I'm going to dial it down. And if there was one palette that I felt like that gave you the most options, that was the best price, and like just amazing pigment, so dependable, it had to be this. This is a fantastic palette. Every single solitary time I use it, I love it. I love the smell of it. I'm going to take it on vacation with me. This is all I'm taking on vacation with me. I love this palette. So I just wanted to dial it down to 2. And so there you go. I dialed it down to 2. Of course, I'm going to recommend this Gucci powder all day long. The powder and the bronzer. These 2 products from Gucci, bomb. Bomb. Amazing. Okay, so I love this powder. This powder is so beautiful. It's one of those very lightweight powders. It's not near as thick and dry as the Charlotte Tilbury, and it's so lightweight on the eye. Oh my gosh. You guys, this beautiful powder. She's expensive, but she's worth every penny, and getting it on sale, I mean, come on, it's kind of a no-brainer. Now, there's a few things that I'm going to be picking up during the Sephora sale. I'm going to be picking up this palette from Tom Ford, and I've also wanted to try more of his cream eyeshadows. I think for this summer, I'm going to be more into like just cream products. So I'm wanting to try more cream eyeshadows. I'm wanting to get just a few more in my collection. You guys know I love the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize. It's my favorite formula. So I don't really need his like shimmering formula. I want, because I have plenty from Charlotte Tilbury, but I'm looking for, you know, like a cream, like matte formula. I am gonna buy that. I'm also wanting to try the mascara, the Emotion Proof mascara from Tom Ford, because I remember Tati just raving about that. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember that, but she did like a full review where she reviewed the concealer and she reviewed the mascara. And by the way, Tom Ford is coming out with a new concealer. I don't know when, but I've seen pictures. It's coming. So be on the look for that. But she took like a water bottle and kind of, you know, dumped it on and kind of see if they were emotion proof. And she raved about that mascara. Like, I remember several videos after that video, she was just, you know, after using the Tom Ford, I have a hard time using other mascaras. Like, she was talking about it many times in other videos. So I've always wanted to try the Tom Ford mascara, especially with summer coming. I won't be wearing false lashes as much. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious about it. So I'm going to be buying that. I have a couple of things on my list. Anything that I buy during the sale, I will definitely do a full video on it and share my opinion on the products that I get. And I'll probably order it early so that I can use it and then share with you guys before the sale ends. So that is my Sephora Sale Recommendations video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this kind of video. Like I said, all of my like go-to ride or die products that you guys already know that I love will be listed in the description box down below. And again, thank you if you guys click on my link and you purchase using my links. I really, really appreciate it. It helps my channel so, so much. And I cannot thank you enough for supporting me in that way. Sound off down below in the comment section. Let us know what you guys are going to be picking up. Like what are your top like 3 favorite products that you cannot wait to buy during the Sephora sale? I'm so, so curious to hear your thoughts. So share with us in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in today's video. And again, thank you to Sephora for sponsoring this video. I really, really appreciate your support. I love you guys all so, so much. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you. Bye.